Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires toward the target. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team there.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Got enough for the first down. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision.
Got a lot of running room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Grabbed behind the line. It's straight. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that 1st down?
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, no! What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick strike complete. On the move is the 30. Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, BYU 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Here we go.
Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Seminoles!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The expressway is wide open. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Quarterback will keep it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Nothing but green ahead. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
BYU.
And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Quarterback keeper. Keeps it himself and gets to 1st. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line, paved the way for a big 1st down.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. Running toward the tape. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now on second down. Red pass, it's complete. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Get it out on the screen. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Running through contact. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. This quarterback part of their running game. All kinds of running room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Grab near the marker. It's Cherry. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. BYU with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, BYU.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, what a move! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. BYU right back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Open runway ahead. Just keeps moving. And some room to work. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And on 2nd down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And this brings up a 3rd down and identical situation, right? Like, do I want to be physical? Do I want to run the football? Or do I maybe want to take a shot? It's always interesting. These situations in football always come down to aggressiveness. How aggressive do you want to be? Because, Palmer, you kind of know what kind of coverage you're going to get.
Yeah, and I think for this running back, too, knowing him, he's just super competitive. He's going to want an opportunity to get another crack at this right now and really sort of get himself lathered up into the rhythm of this game. I give him another shot, Toby Rock, here.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Going up top on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, BYU.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
The game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires it down the seam. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Cougars. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to...
Oh, look out! And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass for a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And That is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now on first down from the 43. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Here on third down for this offense. Here we go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Cougar! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Syracuse. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Is no good. That keeps the score. BYU 35, Florida State 27.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.